80s with abundant sunshine. That humidity is certainly with us. You can feel it with the air you can wear factor in place for today and through the weekend. Now, with that humidity, we could have a couple of thunderstorms fire up this evening and a couple of chances through the weekend as well. Radar scanning dry for now, but there is an isolated chance region-wide of some severe weather this evening. Here's 4 p.m. Still, I think most areas are dry, but by 6 o'clock, a couple of storms could fire up along the Highway 85 corridor in western North Dakota, then move towards the east as we go through the evening hours. Here's 8 p.m. and then 10 p.m. with the storms traversing through the central and eastern parts of the state and continuing but weakening in the overnight time frame. Again, we just need that spark for some of these storms to form in the evening hours, and it's a similar story for Saturday. A higher potential, though. Isolated to scattered severe storms are possible. That level 2 category stretching from Williston to Minot to Jamestown, Devil's Lake, and the Red River Valley. Isolated severe storms Saturday evening, Dickinson and Bismarck areas. Then on Sunday, that threat is again isolated to scattered for severe weather, especially towards the north and east. So again, let's time it out for you hour by hour here. Hot and humid today with abundant sunshine, and we will have a couple of storms fire up in the west this evening. They'll move through the central part of the state in the early overnight time frame and clear out for your Saturday morning. A warm night with temperatures in the 60s and that humidity sticking around. Hazy, hot, and humid for Saturday with, again, a sunny sky through the majority of the day, but in eastern Montana, a couple of storms could fire up towards the evening hours and then possibly impact western North Dakota during the mid to late evening time frame. On Sunday, abundant sunshine with the humid conditions staying in place. 90s expected for a lot of locations, but again in the evening hours, here's 8 p.m. Sunday, and then 11 o'clock, a few storms could fire up and traverse through the region. We'll have to pay attention to radar closely for these storms that could turn severe quickly. So we'll watch for that because there's fuel for these storms with the dew points in the 60s and 70s. That's some very soupy, muggy air with dew points staying in the 60s all weekend long. The highest humidity will be in central and eastern North Dakota, but still Sunday afternoon, dew points in the muggy category. So you'll certainly want to find ways to beat the heat and humidity before the dew points and humidity levels decrease for next week. Temperatures tonight in the mid 60s for a lot of locations. Here are Saturday's highs. Well, a lot of places won't touch on the 90-degree mark like they will today. Bismarck 91 tomorrow. But on Sunday, a lot more places in the south and west hitting the low to middle 90s. So the dew points will be decreasing as we go into next week. We just have to endure the 90s and that high humidity for today, Saturday, and Sunday. The pattern change to seasonable to even slightly below normal temperatures comes into our forecast for next week. Upper 70s and low to middle 80s by that point, Krista. So that'll feel a little bit more refreshing and more comfortable for people that aren't a fan of the heat and humidity. But in the meantime, keep in mind those about 30 to 40% chances of precipitation each evening with the isolated strong to severe thunderstorm threat.
Yep, with the high temps and the humidity as high as it is, we got to watch out for those T-storms.
Exactly.
Thanks.